Alright, welcome people. Today I'm showing you how to make Jamaican cocoa bread. It's very easy and simple. It's just a little yeast, salt, sugar, butter, water. And you knead it up. If you don't have a mixer, you can knead it with your hand. You don't have to really do anything else to it because it's simple. And also, I'm gonna definitely show you from scratch. You can see that I'm cutting it out, but I did not show when I'm mixing it. Because I did was never remember, but after a while I pick up and then start to do it like this, and then yeah. So anyway, I hope you guys enjoy watching. Also, yeah, I'm supposed to do a giveaway on this video. A matter of fact, um, 3 winner for Netflix account will have to definitely find the code number them in this video. They have to listen in my voice for the code number, and it's gonna be 9-digit code. If you can present the 9-digit code, then you're qualified in the chat, in the quest. I just want people get a Netflix account. Some people always bother me for Netflix account, and it's not fair to just give it out to some people, and some people cannot get it. So I'm giving cheap person each month a chance, every month a chance to win Netflix account, and probably more, probably have credit also. So 3 months, 3 person every 3 months, yeah. So the first code is 0, and you can see how I'm rolling the cocoa bread. So you have to roll it though, cause you have to make sure you ball them up first, and when you're done ball them up, still we have to just throw flour over it, that you can prove up, rise up a little good, because the more you punch a little, the better your cocoa bread tastes. Yeah, because you can't just bake it so like that. You have to make sure it prove out. So if you don't prove a little, it cannot bake. So I tell you. So anyway, let's go into the code part again. You have to listen carefully for the next code. So you can't just skip, else you're not gonna get the code to enter in the challenge. So I'm trying to ball up a lot. It takes time, but this is what I do mostly. I do baking mostly. I love acting, yes, but baking acting was my first choice. Then baking become my first choice. I started baking from 14, and I never stopped bake. Then I went to hotel. I started to bake and do Italian cooking. I can do anything in pasta. Linguine lobster, penny parmesan chicken, spaghetti bologna, ravioli lobster, ravioli bologna. There's a lot of things, in Italian I can definitely do. The next code is 0 again. Yeah, you can see that it's take a while. You have to ball them up. You have to make sure you ball them up, because it's a thing that take a time. But you don't have to make enough. If it's you alone at home and you feel like you want try your own homemade bread or cocoa bread, you just do a 2.5 pound or a 2 pound mix. Because if you do a 5 pound mix, it's gonna be enough. Unless you're gonna make bread pudding with what left in the week. If you like bread pudding, you can do a 5 pound mix, and then what left you turn it into bread pudding. But definitely, if I should do it at my home regular, it would blow me up. I don't really like to bake at home, because especially cheesecake, I like cheesecake and I don't want to follow up baking anything that I like. So I try to bake things at my home that I don't really like. Like pizza now, I enjoy eating pizza a lot. So it's gonna take a time. And see, I actually done ball them up same way still. The next code is 5. As I say, don't skip, else you're gonna miss the code. And you have to just understand baking. If you want to be a baker. It's easy. Just tell yourself, say, yes, and that me I do and just stick on your hand, stay upon your hand, do your thing, and everything will work out perfectly. No make nobody tell us, say, you can't bake and you can't. It's try. Nothing beat a failure. You gotta just tell yourself, say, boy, we can't bake, and you just sit down and bake. No, don't do that. You have to just take up yourself and do it. If you don't do it, who they gonna do it for you? That's why I started baking from when I was 14. I went on my own and 14, do everything. And see, God bless me, same way I can still do everything at once. But some people don't really understand the measure of the road you go through. That's why, because it's that thing will take a process time. You have to work in yourself with it, because if you cut them so, remember I don't use scale to measure it. That's the point. I just cut and cut and cut. And then just ball up if you feel too big in my hand, the pinch off back piece. You know them thing there, so you have to understand the way how to do it. And yeah. So as I said, that's why the whole Richard Brown's, Jamie Wood, the whole film production, Akeem Lawrence, you know, it's a joyful day, yes. Wish, you know, it's all gonna get bigger still. It's not a doubt in my mind. It's gonna get bigger, because next year it's gonna be a brighter day for everybody to join. Because you know, say Jamaica now really do no movie. That's the point. Oh, the next code? Oh, the next code is, you have to listen carefully, don't skip, else you're not gonna hear the next code. So as you can see, I'm balling and balling. Oh, the next code is 6. And then again, people been saying this and been saying that and don't understand the reality of life. To get up every morning at 4 in the morning, sometime I must reach at work 6 o'clock. When I check it out, I reach 6:30, 6:40, 6:45, 6:50, 7 o'clock, 7:10. And I still work fast, do my job, went home, and I don't normally work long hours. I will work from any time after 6, because I'm always late. Because I say I would do like 5 hours a day. Each day I do 5 hours. Sometimes I would do 6 hours. But I think me will pass that, because I have filming to do, so I always try to balance myself fast enough to leave work. Most of the time I do filming. Most of the time I get home, relax, calm my brain, focus. Because you know, when you go on filming, you have to try to focus your mind. Yeah, and then you can see us rolling and rolling and rolling. Take a time. So you have to just know what you are doing in life, because it's going to take a lot of issues and things. Now, what's the next code? Did I miss a number? You have to listen carefully for the code. You're not going to hear the code. The next code is 7. Yeah, so if you want to be a baker, I can teach you. If you want to learn how to bake, I can teach you definitely. Any ingredients you want to know how to make certain things, it's easy. Because if you give me your ingredients, I'm going to bake it. Probably bake it better than you. Definitely, because no matter what ingredients I went through, I always do it better than them. Because when they do it to how I know I would like it and people will like it. Just like fruit cake. You can't bake fruit cake one way. You have to bake it 3 ways. You can bake it a little fresh, a little sweet, or a sweet. Like I know weed people love it sweet. Old people love it fresh. Normal people love it not too sweet. So you have to balance it. If you can't balance it, it's not going to work out, definitely. It's going to take a while. So you have to know what you're doing sometime in life. So you can see I done ball them out. So the only thing left for me to do now is just throw some, yeah. So after I've done ball out these, I'm gonna throw some flour on it, and then I'm gonna start to flatten them out and then butter them. You know the whole shebangs. You go through a whole heap of process. It's not an easy task, especially when you're doing enough, especially when you're doing 1,000 a day. It take a lot out of you. But me not find it hard because it's what you're used to right through and through. It's going to take a while, and then you're going when it's working, then you're going to have it easy. You're going to tell yourself that it's just like reading an ABC book. So it's as simple as that. Because all you have to do is just cut your measure to your size, and if you love peg bread, this is the best thing to do. You can just mix your own self and just put it in your oven. The oven can bake it. And just as long as you grease the thin sheet where you don't go pan, you just grease it and then put it on it and put it in. Make sure you put it for rice, because if you don't rice, it's not going to eat good. It's going to eat tough. It have to prove and you have to have yeast in it. No matter what you do, you have to have yeast, no baking powder. Because we notice that people try to use baking powder and it's not going to work. And counter flour is not going to work. You have to use the real baking flour or all-purpose flour that can bake and that can cook. All-purpose can do anything because it's all-purpose, but otherwise than that, baking flour is the best thing to do. So you have to use baking flour. What's the next code? I think I said 0. If that code is 0 is 6 in the code, that would be the 6th code I called out. So it would be 0 in the 6th line. So you have to, keep it that way there and make sure everything's perfect. But make sure you have to listen out for the code perfectly. Alright, bless up Shannon to everybody. Yeah, that was Shannon Tour passing through. Wish the camera could show what I'm talking about. The video did do already, but the problem was with the video, it has music in it and it has customer talking in the background, so I have to cut the music, cut the customer voice. So, when customer come a shop, then explosive, then cost badu, then what's in them in them rum and them want them cocoa bread and saltfish, cocoa bread and ackee, cocoa bread and callaloo, cocoa bread and cabbage, cocoa bread and cheese, fruit cake, wrap bun, bulla, gizzada, the whole shebang. Yeah, they're gonna get upset if they can't get it right away. So you have to move. Something I say in life, people don't really understand how hard you have to work before it can happen. You have to know how to deal with it, else it's gonna create a chaos. You have to know how to work yourself in. That's how it works. And then you can see, alright, I'm still balling it up. Remember guys, you have to listen out for the code, and every time I tell you to listen out for the code, I'm gonna tell you the code. Just pay attention to my voice because it's gonna get tricky now because I have 3 code number left to call out. So it's gonna get very tricky. So you have to listen carefully. Alright, the reason why I'm doing that, pinching off back the dough, is because I have one in my hand and I don't want to waste it. So I want to get it back to the equal size. So I have to look through and see which one is bigger. So I can, deal with their way. So I'm looking through and pinching it off because I want it to be perfect. Can't make one look like that one, so you have to just go through you notice how me I tumble down through them. If you wonder how me I know, say that they definitely if you pick, because I can just look at it and know. So it's simple. You have to just focus on it and and then I got it there. That's it, and then I'm gonna start to flour it. Because you have to put flour upon it. But it's not gonna show how long I keep it there for. You can't even flat it out at any time, but me, would allow it to rise first before rolling it out, because it will prove more faster. Just like pizza do. I'm gonna definitely put up an official video how to make homemade pizza Italian way. No sauce of bread, it just crispy and nice. Cause we like them crusty. We now find them crusty again. We are finding too much bread crust, cocoa bread crust. We don't want any crust. We want when you bite the pizza, you cheese upon it, you're crunching in your mouth. We now finding this because they now do it so. And then I can see I'm flattening it out. So the next code is, what's the next code again? Okay, so we are in the 7 code line. So you have to listen carefully for the code. That was not a code, so don't come and tell me say you hear that. I make sure to repeat myself. Alright, the next code is, just listen. Okay, so I'm flattening it out so I can get it done perfectly. The next code is 2. Yeah, so I'm flattening it out, and when I flatten it out, it's another process I have to go through again, and another process. So cocoa bread take, some people say, yeah, cocoa bread is easy to do. Well, to me, it's easy. But when you hear people say easy and then they interview them for it, because I always carry 1 and 2 with me. Got the first bakery when we did there. And when we see them and make it, I have to stop them and laugh because definitely they are wasting the flour. They are wasting every ingredient that add in there. And then they create one bag of planka and blanca. Cause if you put yourself, you have to cause if you pay for flour and this and that. But definitely wish I didn't have to pay for it because through I work with the company as a management. So it just worked perfectly still, no matter. Because they did it day and night. I don't go home. I don't go home until weekend. That's the job I used to do. I don't go home until weekend. I just stay there, bake whole day and night. The only time I think I get a proper rest is on a Saturday. No, I don't think I get a proper rest. Because when I go home Friday night, I sleep, Friday night till Saturday afternoon, I get up, bed, go outside, do a little shopping, come in, and and thing. So I wish I could voice no longer, but I'm trying because I'm talking on the phone while people is talking to me and I'm trying to whisper. I don't know if you hear me pass my time because people is talking to me and I can't keep up, and I'm trying to duck from music to come in the line. So I have to know what I'm doing. If I don't know what I'm doing, it's not going to work. So you can see I have to flatten these cocoa bread. It take, and then definitely, so you see, you have to flatten it and flatten it. Hold on. You can't even pause the video and flatten it. Me I do a record, you can't stop the video. Yeah. So I'm in the 7 line. I have to go and act, but I just want people to get a Netflix account, so I have to stay until the video actually done because I have 2 more codes left. At the moment this go mute, they're not gonna be able to hear the code. So as you can see here, I'm flattening it out. So it's an easy road to go down. Yeah, so I think that's it. Roll it. Roll it. It's fun to do. Roll and roll and roll. And roll. You have to roll it a lot, isn't it? It's a nice feeling. Flatten it out, definitely flatten it out. Alright, good evening. Yeah, I was a youngster, so you still have to listen to still natural fall, but you still have to listen for the next two chord. So because I'm gonna always have this chord in my head. So it's simple. And then by the end of this month, we come live on YouTube. And all who have the code, I'm gonna be calling them to claim their prize. And they can claim their prize, they can get it. So you have to have the code to enter. Definitely. Then after entering the code, you can see now I'm starting to butter the cocoa bread. So we have to butter it one side, butter it the next side, fold it. Butter, and then you have to butter the next side and fold it. What's happened to the record?